guys, welcome back. This week we got a little treat for you. We're going to be doing another steak video, but this time it's going to be something a little bit more traditional. The last few weeks we've done some things that, kind of been a little bit out there. This one is going to be something that's a little bit more closer to home. This is actually something that is a meal that my family really loves, and it's something that was passed down by some of the women in my family. So I hope you guys are going to love it. I think it's going to be a good treat. Stay tuned. Let's have some fun. All right, so today we have a very special guest all the way from Hawaii. I have my uncle who's in town visiting us. He's going to give us his expertise on some food and let us know what he thinks. You ready to try some good food?
Thank you, and especially because you use Hawaiian honey. And also, the recipe for the macaroni and cheese is at least 4 generations old. It's at least 4 generations.
It is. It's been passed down from family to family, and now we're going to share it with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy. Let's eat.
Aloha. Enjoy.
First thing you're going to do is get a container, and you're going to fill it about 1/4 of the way with honey. Once you've done that, you're going to take some eggs, and you're going to completely separate the yolk from the white. Then you're going to put the yolk inside that honey, and you're going to cover those yolks completely with honey. You want to make sure they're completely covered with as much honey as possible. All right, so we got the yolks are now completely covered in honey. So we're going to seal them in an airtight container, and they're going to go in the refrigerator for about a week. Once you take them out, you'll see that the eggs have gotten a lot darker and they've solidified, but they're still very fragile. So you want to carefully take them out using a slotted spoon and put them on a cooling rack. Once you got them on the cooling rack, you're going to put them in the oven on the lowest setting possible for about an hour. All right, so for one of the dishes today, we're going to be making some homemade mac and cheese. So the first thing you're going to do is get your water to a boil. Then you're going to add some noodles in there. And we're going to let these sit in that water for about 7 to 8 minutes until they're done. All right, so for these steaks, I'm going to be using bone-in ribeye. These are my personal favorite type of steak to eat. So we're going to cook ours to medium rare. But again, dealer's choice on how you like your steak and what temperature you like. So first we're going to start out with some salt. We're going to do pepper and garlic powder. Basic simple seasonings. For my steak, I don't like to do too much extra. I want simple because I want the flavor of the steak to shine through. All right, so in addition to the steaks, we're also going to be making some homemade turkey burgers. I have a few people in my family that don't eat steak. So for those that aren't eating the steak, they're getting a turkey burger. All right, so we're going to add a special ingredient to the turkey burger. And I know you're probably thinking, like, this is not going to come out good, but I promise you, this is not only is it really healthy, but it adds an extra little bit of flavor to the turkey. So what I'm using is some zucchini and carrot, and you're going to chop them up, skin them, chop them up, and then we're going to add them right over into a food processor. Or if you don't have a food processor, you can chop them up by hand, but you want it extremely tiny pieces. As tiny as you can get it, that's what we're looking for, because we're going to mix this in with the turkey burger. All right, so the first thing you're going to do with your turkey is you're just going to separate. I separated mine into 6 little balls. We're going to go ahead and season them up a little bit with some salt and pepper. Then we're going to take them, make sure they're nice and round, and we're actually going to dip them into an egg. So you're going to use 1 egg And you're just gonna get them in that egg and put a nice coat all the way around. And what this does is when we're cooking them, it's actually going to give an additional texture to the burgers. All right, so once you got your turkey all coated with the egg, we're going to add a scoop of that carrot and zucchini mix. You're just gonna mix it and roll it around in there. Mix it all in. And you're gonna form it back out into a patty. And we're gonna add a little bit of parsley on them. And you're gonna mix that in again. All right, so once your pasta is done cooking, you're gonna go ahead and strain it out, get all the water out, and then we're just gonna kind of set that off to the side for a minute, and then we'll come back to that in just a second. All right, so once our noodles are sitting off to the side, we're gonna go ahead and take 5 eggs and put them in a bowl. You're gonna add some milk. Some salt and pepper. And we're just gonna mix that all together. All right, so once your eggs are all mixed up, you're gonna go ahead and get out a pan. And if it's not already non-stick, go ahead and add a good layer of some type of cooking spray to it. You wanna make sure nothing sticks. Then we're gonna take our noodles and we're gonna drop them right on into the pan. We're gonna spread them out. The first cheese we're gonna be using is mild cheddar, followed up by some mozzarella. All right, so you're gonna dump that first bag in there. And then we're also gonna take some mozzarella and we're gonna do the same thing. Once you've got that in there, we're gonna take that egg mixture and we're gonna pour it right on around. Make sure you get all the way around. This is going to, one, help the mac and cheese stick together, but it's also going to keep it from being dry. Again, go ahead, mix that in there some more. Make sure it's all nice and mixed in. If it looks like you don't have enough liquid in there, if it looks still dry, go ahead and add some more milk. So we're gonna add just a little bit more milk. Because all of this is gonna cook in and give you a nice rich flavor. All right, once you got that all nice and mixed in, we're gonna take sharp cheddar and we're gonna sprinkle that on the top. This is gonna be our top layer of cheese and we're gonna spread that around. We wanna make sure we cover the entire thing. We don't want any gaps. So I'm using 2 bags because again, I like a lot of cheese. Plus it also helps me to make sure I get full coverage. And once this melts down, it's gonna be nice and cheesy. Once you got that all nice and set, you're gonna go ahead and put that in the oven, set to about 400 degrees for about 25 minutes. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do with our steaks is we want to get a nice sear on them. So I'm going to be cooking them in direct heat. Let them get that nice crust. Once we get that crust, we're going to take them out of the heat and we're going to put them in indirect heat so that they can cook up to about 130, and then we're going to let them rest so we come out with that nice medium rare temperature. Alright, so while the steaks are cooking, we're going to go ahead and get our burgers on there. And again, we're going to start those in direct heat. Get a nice little sear, and then we're going to move those to indirect heat. Alright, so while the burgers and the steaks are on the grill, we're going to go ahead and make a nice sauce for the burgers. So we're going to start with some barbecue sauce. Get a good amount. We're going to add a little bit of Sriracha. Some Worcestershire. A little bit of ketchup. And some mayonnaise for color. You're going to take that and you're going to blend it all together. Alright, once you got that nice and mixed in, add a little bit of Dijon mustard. And we're going to stir that all in together. Alright, so once you got the good sear on your burgers, you're going to take that sauce that we made and you're going to put a nice coat on the top. And we're going to let that cook in while it's sitting on that indirect heat. Alright, so once you put the sauce on your burgers, we're going to get the buns and we're going to put some butter on them. You want to make sure you butter both the top and the bottom. Get a good layer of butter on them. And then we're actually going to toast them on the grill. Alright, so once your bun comes off the grill, just add a little bit more of that sauce to the top and the bottom. And then we add our patty and we top it off. Now normally I would add cheese to this. However, the person that's eating this doesn't like cheese. Once your macaroni is done, it comes out the oven. You're gonna let it cool for about 5 minutes. We want that crust on the top to get nice and firm. Alright, so once your steak is rested, you're gonna go ahead and get it on the cutting board and we're just gonna slice it up. You see we got that nice medium rare on the inside. Alright, so once you got your steak all cut up, we're going to go back to the egg yolk. Again, you want to be very gentle with these. So even though they're dried and cured, we're still going to be gentle. And what we're going to do is we're just going to shred it. Just like that. I'm going to shred that right on top of that steak. Alright guys, so as you can see, we have our steak and our macaroni and cheese. It smells really good. It looks really good. Let's see what it tastes like. I'm excited. You guys excited?
Yes, I am very excited.
You excited for your burger?
Yeah.
Alright, let's dig in. Let's eat.
I'm excited to try the steak first. This is what I'm going to dig into.
This burger is really good.
What do you think?
As good as the steakhouse. Okay.
Do you taste the richness from the egg on the top?
I sure do, yes. I'm very surprised. I'm impressed. Very impressed about this. Yes.
What do you think?
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different taste, different
Yeah.
texture of the egg, but it's a nice combination.
It adds to it. It's different
Mm-hmm.
because it breaks up the meatiness of the steak, and it adds the you taste the honey a little bit, you taste the egg, and it all blends in together. It's actually really, really good.
Very tender.
What do you think about the burger, Kim?
It's good.
It's good.
It's crispy.
Okay,
What do you
I
think
would
about the
order
sauce?
this at a steakhouse. I would order this.
definitely.
The sauce is
And
good?
this is something I haven't seen at a steakhouse,
Yes.
but it's something that I would love to see somewhere in the future, because if I see it on the menu, I'm definitely going to want to
Yeah.
try
That
it.
cheese pour.
I call this steak a la Stacy.
All right, let's try the macaroni.
Mm. Rich and creamy. Love this.
You got the crust from cheese on the top,
Yes.
and then you got the mix of the cheeses all mixed up inside.
Yes.
It's really, really good. What do you guys think?
It's good as hot.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's very hot.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Very good combination.
It's
Love this.
cheesy.
Thank you.
Cheesy. We love cheesy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, guys. So as you can see, we really love this. Like I said, this macaroni is something that has been in my family for years and years.
Yes.
So this is something I wanted to share with you guys. This was something that was requested by one of our viewers. So here's for you. Hope you guys enjoy it. We all give this a thumbs up,
Thumbs
right?
up, yeah.
Cool.
Thumbs up.
Can't wait to see you next time.
And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.